Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Joao Cancelo, Abde, and then talk about Ferran Torres. There's plenty to discuss for today's video. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. I'm happy that you guys are here. This is the ultimate Barcelona channel. And if you guys are Barcelona fans, I hope you guys can join this community. If you do want to support my YouTube channel, you guys can so by liking this video and also subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate it. So brief reminder about Joao Cancelo. I know that we don't really have any big, massive updates on this player, but I do want to give a reminder to everybody here, and if you guys are also new here and you guys have not been following the saga of Joao Cancelo, this is going to be the latest. According to Relevo, with the arrival of Joao Cancelo, Xavi considers the reinforcement in defense closed, meaning that Xavi Hernandez is only going to be thinking about reinforcing other positions, like for example the right wing position and also the midfield position. We also know that there is going to be a buy option of 25 million euros, and it will only become mandatory if Barcelona qualify for the Champions League round of 16, which is going to be so likely. If Barcelona get into the round of 16, they're going to have to pay 25 million euros by the summer of 2024. But in the meantime, during this loan move, Barcelona will be paying the majority of his salary and everything is almost closed. If anything, Joao Cancelo will be in Barcelona in about 24 to 48 hours. Ben Ayad has also reported that the initial idea of Joao Cancelo is for him to have his medical examination by Friday. And so everything does indicate that Joao Cancelo will be making his debut in a Barcelona shirt on September 3rd against Osasuna, so he will not make it for the match against Villarreal on Sunday. But now let's move on towards the real topics for today, and let's talk about Abde, because I know that there has been a lot of nervousness going on in the Barcelona community, because there has been a lot of stories about Abde maybe leaving because Barcelona want to gain funds to potentially go for another player before the transfer window does end in about 8 to 10 days. It doesn't seem like Ferran Torres is not going to be leaving. Ansu Fati also said multiple times to his agent and to his family that he does not want to leave Barcelona. He believes that he can do something special with Xavi under this season, and that only leaves us with Abde. But the thing is that Abde is also another player that does not want to go anywhere. Helena Condis, Fabrizio Romano, and many other sources in Spain have stated the exact same thing, and I quote, "Barcelona today told Abde that they will not listen to any of the multiple offers that have been arrived for him, which includes Bayer Leverkusen, that is managed by Xabi Alonso. There are many Premier League clubs and also some La Liga proposals." Abde also stated himself that he does not want to move anywhere. So if you have Barcelona and Abde agreeing towards one specific conclusion, that's going to be it. Abde is not going to be going nowhere, and he will continue to thrive under Xavi's system. It also continues to say here that Xavi wants him in the team and he believes he can be an important player. So this is a big moment. I think that this will be Abde's chance to really strike for a good position in this club. This will be his only season. I think that if Abde does not show any sort of progression with the club, then this season could be it. It would be his final one, and that is why I do say that it's important for Abde to show up. Like, I mean by in this game against Villarreal on Sunday, Abde should be scoring about 1 goal or 2 goals. He knows how to get into those positions. He has the pace, he has the power, he has everything in his disposal, and especially with 1v1s to put himself in positions to score a lot of goals. He has that. He has the talent. Now it's just a matter of, can you actually go for it? And there was also this former Barcelona player named Victor Munoz who has stated that I have zero doubts that if he stays, which is Abde will be better for Barcelona than Dembele ever was. And so you can see that there are a lot of people that are very close and affiliated with Barcelona that are standing up for Abde, and they're saying Abde can be bigger than Dembele. He can be an important player for the club, just like how we have been speaking about Abde. And I know that you guys have been saying that I overrate Abde, he's a mid player, that he's not good enough, but I'm going to be standing with this player because I think he is very different to the other wingers that we have, like Rafinha, Ansu Fati, and Lamine Yamal. I think that with him, he brings much more aggressiveness in his runs, and I honestly think he's the fastest player that we got, which is why I think many are comparing him to Dembele. Even Javi Miguel has stated that Xavi and the rest of the coaching staff believe that Abde is the player who is most similar to Dembele and have declared the Moroccan a non-transferable. Xavi's intention is to continue giving him minutes and confidence so that the player feels very important. So let's stick on this topic just for a second, right? Because I know that everything sounds so insane right now about comparing Abde to Dembele and how they're very similar. Again, it's very easy for us to accidentally overrate this player, but I think that there is some truth into this. In terms of playing style and how they tackle those attacking opportunities is the exact same thing. And I was looking at some stats to see just how similar are they, and just look at the spider chart. They are very much similar. It's just that Abde is in a lower level, or in other words, another step back from what Dembele does on the pitch. They're almost very similar in physicality, but when it comes to passing, vision, attacking, dribbling, of course Dembele is going to be at a higher level than Dembele. due to age, due to experience, due to the fact that Barcelona played Dembele way more than Abde, and also Dembele was under a better system, which was at Barcelona while Abde was at Osasuna. Then if we analyze the accuracy or success ratios, again, Dembele and Abde are very much similar. I think that one of the biggest differences that Abde has over Dembele is the dribbles. So it does say that Abde has a better success ratio in dribbles compared to Dembele with 41%, while Abde has 68%. But everything else is almost exactly the same, with aerial duels, crosses, shots, passes, tackles, again, the same. Now, if we look at the polar chart, right here, we're analyzing the aerials, the dribbles, the through balls, the key passes, the assists, the goals, and the shots, and the touches inside the box. Abde is only superior in dribbles as of now, which is why, again, many people are comparing him to Dembele because Abde is an amazing dribbler. But he is missing those tendencies of providing through balls, key passes, and also touches in the box. And this is very understandable. This only means that Abde needs to grow his game and become a better distributor when he does receive the ball, instead of just dribbling all the way down the left flank and finding either a shot or a cross inside the box. So you can see that this is telling us that Abde needs to add more qualities if he wants to end up into the level of Dembele, if not even better. Dembele was the exact same thing when he was 18, 19, 20 years old. He was okay in terms of key passes, through balls, but the main thing that he was good at was dribbling and going past players because of his pace. And then as he continued to grow at Barcelona, he grew qualities that were very similar to like Messi. And so Abde can do the exact same thing. We just need to give this player more confidence and more time to grow, which is what Xavi is planning on doing so for the season. So it's very exciting stuff. And already in La Liga, Abde is ranked as #1 in terms of shots total per 90 with a total of 5.29 shots per 90. He's also ranked at 2nd place when it comes to carries into the penalty area. No surprise there. And so I do expect a lot from the player, and I can't wait to see what type of qualities he does add through this season. Now I do want to move on towards Ferran Torres. And it says here, according to Santi Ovalle, that Ferran Torres has been doing double training sessions since the season began. Whenever the team has trained in the afternoon, he shows up in the morning to work alone. He has attended all voluntary training sessions. Marca also stated that Ferran Torres insists on vindicating himself based on goals. He scored against Cadiz and also scored multiple goals during the preseason, but for now, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Abde, and Ansu Fati are ahead of him. However, the 23-year-old does not give up, which is very true. I think that in the pecking order, Ferran Torres is at the very bottom because based off how we see Xavi Hernandez using his substitutions, the first player that does come in is Abde. The second player that comes in is Ansu Fati. Lamine Yamal is the third choice, but when he's not third choice, he's in the starting 11. But with Ferran Torres, you always see him as a substitute and he is always the last one to come in. But every time Ferran Torres comes in, he's so effective, and that's very surprising. You can really see that he's trying to take advantage of the fact that Rafinha is suspended and Dembele is no longer at Barcelona. And one of the main reasons why I wanted to bring this conversation up is because I think that Ferran Torres is doing much more than just working on his ball skills. I think that he was always great in terms of his technicality with the ball, but the one thing that has really improved, and you can really see it by the way he shows himself on the pitch, right? His body language, it is his mental skills, right? I think that psychologically he has improved a lot. Everything that he does it with a lot of power and with a lot of enthusiasm and with a lot of drive. There's total focus. And so yes, I do think that if any player wants to further their game or improve or come out from the bottom pit from where they were before, you need to work on your mental skills. There was this study that was published a few years ago, about 2 or 3 years ago, and it was a study that said, do cognitive training strategies improve motor and positive psychological skills development in soccer players? And the study did state that yes, it does help soccer players a lot when they work on their cognitive skills, and especially with the younger players, which is why we see a lot of young players either do really good or really, really bad. Like for example, Ferran Torres. It states here that young soccer players employ cognitive general and cognitive specific imagery techniques to a greater extent than older soccer players. So to see Ferran Torres go through this slump that he was in the past year, it is so normal, which is why it's very important for us as a collective to gas this player up, to make him feel even better during this come up that he is having, because he has been working on his psychological issues. And I'm not even trying to guess on his problem. Ferran Torres admitted to himself and to the media that he had some psychological issues and that he was looking at physiotherapists or something like that. I don't know if that's what you call them exactly, but basically the people that work on your mental health and how you should approach every game without nervousness, without anxiety, without depression, without any of those things. Ferran Torres admitted that to the media. It has also been said that the coach's input, right, their judgment, were also one of the things that greatly helped players with the way they approach their plays on the field during the training sessions. So it's some very interesting stuff. Everything that Ferran Torres has been showing on the field is describing exactly how these type of training sessions do help the player. And so I think that moving forward, these type of cognitive skills should be used to all Barcelona players, because this is some very interesting stuff that would further further the development of our youngsters like Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, maybe Lamine Yamal if he were to ever get into situations like this, like of Ferran Torres. And so I'm happy to see that Ferran is in a different position, and I hope that he does get a start against Villarreal on Sunday. So that is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.